Chicago was never a place that we said, oh, someday let's move to Chicago. It was so cold. I remember those first few months just being so depressed and wondering what we were doing here. God, what did I do wrong that you made us move to this place where I'm so lonely and don't really have any friends and don't have any family, and it's so cold? Why? I didn't really have any other people like Christine in my life at that time, not people that I felt I could be totally and brutally honest with. I remember telling her, oh, that's so sweet of you, but hey, we're just not really megachurch people, but thank you for inviting, that's so sweet. But in my head, I was thinking, that is never gonna happen. After Christine had asked us several times, I think that God just flipped a switch in our heads for us and just said, you know what, just go and try it out. So when we first came to Willow, I really didn't even want people to notice that we were there, really didn't want to meet anyone. It was a bit of a shock for our senses. There was a lot going on. Well, the Coffee Connect involved food, and we had 2 teenage boys, and anything that involved food, they're all over that. But that is why we ended up meeting so many people. We got a phone call from Cassie, who was the section leader. I was so shocked that she even noticed that we were missing. When I got off the phone with her, I called my husband immediately, and I said, honey, they noticed we were gone. You know, this big megachurch that we said we could never get involved with because we'd just get so lost in it, they noticed that we were gone. And they called us. The student impact people know how to talk to my kids in a way that they understand. Our oldest son, who we have prayed a lot for, has made the decision to completely commit his life to Christ and be baptized. I hadn't really seen that growth in him until he started coming to Impact. Our almost 13-year-old daughter is adopted from Vietnam. She has always felt like she sort of stands out in the predominantly white communities that we have lived in. Several weeks after we started attending Willow, James started leading worship there. I noticed she was more engaged in worship when he was leading worship because there was someone that looked like her on stage. As a mom, that's really exciting to see your kids engaged like that. It's really exciting to come to a place like Willow and see women in executive leadership. In the tradition that I grew up in, I wouldn't get to lead and pastor a section. It's such an honor, and it's so humbling. I love leading Section 204. They have become like family to our family, and we feel so grateful for each one of them. I think that we originally came to Willow thinking that what we really needed was to be anonymous. But I think what God has shown us since being at Willow is that what we really needed was to belong somewhere. And we belong here.